5 years ago, I was scrolling on Facebook and I came across a post from a girl that I used to be best friends with when I was in the first grade. And the post said, "What is your earliest childhood memory of experiencing racism?" And she said, when I was in first grade, my best friend came to school one day and told me that she could no longer be my friend because I was black. My heart broke into a million pieces when I read that, and it really, really hurts to know that something so traumatizing and awful that happened to her as a child is attached to me, even though that was not something that I did, something that I wanted. I loved her. She was my very first girl best friend, and that was not a decision that I made. My dad called the school, and it was such a huge ordeal. He tried to get me put in a different classroom away from her, and I can't believe that something so evil and terrible that happened to her, her very first time ever realizing that she's going to be treated differently because of the color of her skin, has my name attached to it. The way that my dad even found out about that is my earliest childhood memory. I don't remember anything else before this day. I was sitting at the dinner table with my family, and I would talk about her, but I would never say her name, or I would use a fake name. My mom knew that I was friends with this girl and that she was black, and she would tell me, never tell your dad. And we're sitting at the dinner table, and I accidentally slip and say her name, and my dad looked at me, and he was like, "Is she black?" And I said, "Yes," and he slapped me across the face. That was so scary. I was terrified. I grew up in a household where we couldn't watch TV shows that were black. I didn't watch That's So Raven. I wasn't allowed to watch The Proud Family. I loved Little Bill, but I wasn't allowed to watch it. And so it would come on half hour before my dad came home from work. And if he came home even a little bit earlier, I would have the remote ready in case he walked through the door, I could change the station. I had to pretend Jump In wasn't my favorite movie because my dad would have beat my ass. I hid everything from him. He has no idea who I am to this day. I never was ever transparent with my dad about anything. I continued to hide everything from him my entire life, and it's really crazy. I have two parents on this earth that are alive and breathing and don't know me or anything about me.
I went no contact with my family, and last night my dad reached out. Let's talk about it. I've been in fight or flight for the last 12 hours. It's really difficult because I think my dad knows that I have a soft spot for him, but at the same time I have asked for no contact. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to communicate with them at all. And he sent me a message via a different account, and he's like, "I'm gonna keep making different accounts." He said they've seen the videos, that I'm ruining their lives, that him and mom are sick. Why would someone ever do this? I never wish this upon anyone, but we love you and call us when you're ready. And it's so hard. And then and also we're not intentionally racist. And it's so hard because there's so much. For starters, no accountability taken. Second of all, we can't even acknowledge the fact that how we communicate is so unhealthy. Third of all, I'm also not for meeting hate with hate. I can only imagine the messages they've got, because I know I've gotten Pe0ple messages myself. So that's also not my heart, and I definitely want to put that out there. I cannot control how people respond, and my goal is not to have people do that. At the same time, I've decided to share my story. I've decided to talk about what I experienced and my journey, so here we are. I don't regret speaking up or posting. I think I just feel manipulated and crushed a little. But other than that, I'm fine. I don't know, we're working through it, so yeah, it's just
Many white folks are waking up to the truth and reality of their existence. A lot of them never knew about this. So many of them knew, okay, they have known racism for a very long time. they grew deep into it. Even as kids, they were taught. But, along the line, while growing up, so many of them now discovered the truth. And now, because they have discovered the truth, they decided to follow the truth and the truth only, and trying as much as they could to also educate their family members. But you know how some family members who are deep rooted into racism is, what they do is to deny that such thing existed or is even in existence at all. So many of them are not deciding to, go no contact with their family members after discovering that Black people have been right all along about who they are and, about them in general. Well, guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, I'm going to let the rest of the videos roll and I'll come back with more commentary. Credit belongs to original creators of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your own take in the comments. So let's jump right in, then I'll come back with more commentaries. Let's go watch.
I went no contact with my racist father over 20 years ago, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. When my father found out that I was dating a Black man, he decided to call in a family meeting. At the time, he lived about 20 hours away. He made the drive in about 15 hours. Decided to have this family meeting at our local library because you can't yell or scream at the library. I agreed to meet him, and the first words out of his mouth were something that I will never forget and I will never be able to forgive him for. He told me that I was going to die of AIDS from fucking a primate. I'll just leave it at that. I stood up, kept my head held high, and I walked out of that meeting room and never spoke to him again. I would like to add that he has not reached out to me in the last 20 plus years as well. He is dying of what is suspected to be Lewy body dementia, and I've kind of struggled with whether or not I should reach out to him, but he hasn't reached out to me either. Not to apologize, not to make amends, for any reason, he has not reached out to me. So I think it's best that I just leave it as it is. And I'm making this video for anyone that might be struggling to go no contact with your racist family. I don't regret my decision because I have a beautiful Black son. He is an adult now. I'm okay because I know that I protected him from feeling hated by someone who should have loved him and should have accepted him for who he is. I can't imagine exposing my child to someone who had that much hate in their heart just because of the color of his skin. It makes me sad that it's 2026 and there are still people in this world that feel that they are superior or that they are more deserving because of the color of their skin. But that is not something that I will ever tolerate, and I will never subject my children to. I know that if I hadn't gone no contact with my father, that it just would not have been good. So, to anyone out there who has these type of people in their family, I want you to know it's a them problem. It's them that have to reconcile their decisions and live with their choices and the beliefs that they have. And you going no contact is what's needed to protect your heart and your peace, and it's going to be okay. And it's for the best.
I officially went no contact with my family because of racism. Yesterday was the craziest day of my life, I think. I went and confronted, my brother tried to come into my room and have a conversation with me. And so then I came downstairs and I huddled the whole family together and I was like, I'm leaving tomorrow and I'm very uncomfortable with how racist you guys are. And I want to be able to talk about it and grow through it. And if we can't, then I'm gonna have to walk away. And I recorded about 25 minutes of it because then my phone lost all memory. Like I had no more storage left. Oh, it's very hard to listen to. I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. I don't really know. When I lost like storage on my phone, they found out that I was recording them and absolutely lost their ish. And I was like, this proves my point. They were like, you're a victim. This is what you're doing. You're playing us. And I was like, no, like I think I've just come to realize this is something I've been asking myself and sitting with, like, Like, where's the line between working with you guys and wanting to grow and like you guys willing to grow, and also then just being like, no, like this isn't something I'm going to tolerate. And I'm at a place where this isn't something I'm going to tolerate, and I'm choosing me. I'm choosing health for me. I'm choosing growth for me. And, you know, they were like, well, what if this is your ministry? What if you're called to help us not be racist? You're just going to abandon us. Like, what if we go to hell because of you? And I was like, that's not on me. I've tried to work with you guys. Like, all I can implore you is go get close friends that are people of color. Go start talking to people and asking why they're hurt, what offends them, what rubs them the wrong way. And several times they were like, you're just gonna abandon us. And I was like, no, I'm not abandoning you guys. I'm just, because there's so much toxicity on health here, I'm choosing me. So I'm gonna walk away. And, you know, I pretty much told them that they disagreed with the fact that they were racist, and they kept asking, give us examples, and the examples I gave them were like not good enough for them. And if you guys want, I can share those examples, but like they didn't deem those as like examples. And then the crazier thing was, like, my mom starts to talk about how she grew up racist and persecution of the church, and I was like, Mom, being persecuted for what you believe in isn't a racist thing. That's not what we're talking about here. Anyways, it was pretty bad, to say the least. So anyways, I'm now at the airport. I've been at the airport like 5 hours before my flight, boohoo weeping, just grieved, I think, and just like I was so manipulated last night. And at the same point, like, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I feel like younger me would be so proud. Like, younger Angelica is so proud, and I'm doing this for the voice that she never had. And so, yeah, I really do believe that Jesus wouldn't tolerate this, you know. And we try to hide under the way we abuse people verbally and say that, oh, Jesus, ABC. No, he wouldn't. He really wouldn't. And so here we are. I'm leaving tomorrow, and I feel very unsafe with you guys.
What do you mean? I gave you a Louis Vuitton wallet, I gave you headphones.
Yeah, and if then I don't need your stuff. My issue is like, I know Dad talked to you guys, but like, I'm really not okay with your guys' like racist remarks. And
No, we're not racist. That's such a foolish idea.
no. First of all, the joke is
We never do it to
no. The joke is rooted in racism. No.
This is ridiculous, because that's such a lie.
No, Ben, for me, this is like, we either talk about this and there's growth, or I don't have a relationship. That's where I'm at right now. And so I take that very seriously. I told parents that they might disagree with me, but for me,
How do you make such problems?
it's not a problem, Ben. It's about treating people, huh?
But you're making them.
No, well, I'm not the person walking around calling everyone by the N-word. That's in your vocabulary as a white man.
Okay. And in my spirit, I'm a black man. Yeah.
That's not funny.
I'm a homie in my spirit.
That's not cool.
It is cool.
No, it's not, Ben.
Oh, yeah, it is. And the story.
No, it's because it was.
I marry a black chick.
That's not helping. That's not helping the situation either. Like,
I'm listening, but like,
no. Like, no. To me,
we weren't traumatizing you in any way.
no. I am traumatized because.
No, you're playing a victim.
No, I'm not.
You whatsoever.
How you talk about other people, there has to be equality to that.
I do have equality.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Throwing the N-word around as a white person. Do you know what the N-word even represents?
Hold up. My N-word is called, bro.
He walks away.
Yo, come back, man.
He walks away. That's crazy. For me, I already had a lot of conversations with parents about this. What happened the other day is not funny. And the issue is that this has been, this is happening. This isn't new in our family. The remarks and, you know, Mom and Dad, we talked about this, and whether there's agreements or disagreements with that, being raised the way parents were to look at black people and use the N-word isn't normal. It was normal for them, but it shouldn't be normal. To make jokes about that, I don't care if I'm white and you feel comfortable with me as a sister. I feel very uncomfortable by that. No, Mom, I'm calling. Now that's a victim card because I'm calling you higher. And the thing that's crazy is Jesus was not a white person. And I believe it would be the very people like you guys to actually stone him and put him on the cross. Because yeah, this little, but I'm wanting to also have this conversation a little bit with Elijah because you're apparently spirit-filled and saved. So
I would enjoy this. This is not the episode of what a stone Jesus.
It was actually.
What stone Jesus was character, personality, and his way of teaching. Jesus
was a walking offensive person. Yeah, and he wasn't white. And Jesus wasn't white. So
people of the same skin color stone.
Again, I don't want to argue. And yes, that can happen, and I don't want to argue Christianity necessarily.
But then I can't be racist to black.
No, you just can't be racist, period. Like,
how do I know I'm racist to white people?
I don't know. That's not my conversation right now. Because right now I know you're being racist towards black people. Because
I want to be racist to white people.
See, I'm sorry, Dad. I told you this, and I don't know if you believe me. No, but did you just hear what he said? I want to be racist towards white people? No, that's what he said. But at dinner, he said that I'm racist and I'm proud to be racist. That's what you said to me at dinner.
Angela.
That's what did you not say that?
Everybody is proud of their race.
Stop. Don't twist that. You little snake. Elijah, we were talking, you're a snake. Do you know why? Because in that conversation, you asked the question, if there's a black person and a white person, which one would you shoot? You asked that. And after that,
a person whose roots were built on building muscle, physically working.
Are you kidding me?
They were slaves, but they physically work genetically, and their genetics are a lot more physically fit.
My God.
Obviously, the black person, because he can take me out, statistically speaking, we're stronger.
After that, you followed that with, I'm racist and I'm proud to be racist.
Because I'm from Russian American.
Stop, you're twisting that. That's not what you meant. You're now trying. And so to me, again, these are just like.
And then I'll be proud of being American racist, superior against other races, in my opinion. Because Americans, we're the best.
No, Elijah, we're not. How America is, if you are proud to be racist in America today, and I guess to me,
I'm so confused.
If you can't acknowledge how you talk about people being wrong, then I can't have a relationship with you.
Talk about being wrong.
Elijah, you're demeaning an entire group of people. And of course it doesn't affect you because you're white. And mom's praying in tongues in the corner. That's gonna do anything in this situation. It's not, because praying in tongues isn't gonna fix racism. No, don't tell me to calm down, Dad. No, oh my God. No, Dad, we never fixed our conversation. We never did. No, actually, it's not enough because I don't believe you. Dad, you said you love all people too.
Angela, I want every race to succeed and prosper.
You guys are twisting it now. You're twisting it now.
Before God will be the best. I want everybody to succeed. I want the best for everybody.
No.
Angela, if I could choose someone to have if there's 50 black people and 2 white people, then I can have a choice. Who lives and I want everybody to live.
No offense. Where was that 2 days ago, Elijah?
Because it wasn't a joking demeanor.
No, then that's messed up. You can't joke. I don't know where you got. I don't know. No. You asked the questions.
Everybody, Angela.
No, you can't.
If I meet a black person,
oh my God,
black person to be more prosperous than me.
I don't believe you.
Better health than me. I want him to be better in everything he does. Because Angela, I already have it good. And if somebody can have better than me, that's a blessing.
To be honest, with these conversations, I don't believe you because you're not taking any accountability. You're just saying it was a joke. You're not even acknowledging, dang.
Because there was a specific scenario.
There was
this is a specific controlled environment.
Oh my God.
I answered the questions and
No.
I could be labeled
You
based
asked.
on a specific
You.
controlled environment. If two people break into my house and I have to kill one of them, and I'm gonna choose the person who's built stronger. No duh.
No, you said you're gonna choose the black person.
Yes, because of
Yeah, I just, Dad. I'm sorry. Like you're asking, Dad, in the nicest way. You're asking for equalness. I will never want to understand his perspective.
Go deeper in jail. If I could die for 1 million black people to come and make it to heaven, I would die for it.
I don't. To be honest, after the last couple of days, I don't believe you.
If my health was fine, my friends are going to missions to Africa in 2 weeks. I was like, man, I wish I can go. Rewind.
No, he's bringing God into this. This has nothing.
Missions in God.
Because you're.
Talking about my heart.
Yeah, you're saying I've gone to Africa and I've gone to missions. To be honest, that has nothing. If anything, Elijah, you're saying you've gone to African American countries.
People of a different skin color to preach to them.
Yeah.
I'm a racist.
You can obviously this proves it because
I'm racist to white people because I went there instead of
no, you're racist because of the comments you've made.
Which one?
There's one thing my people usually say, and I'm going to try to translate it. It means that whenever a child grows and gets to know the truth, they end up teaching their parents, especially when their parents refuse to learn by themselves. Okay, I don't know how to transcribe it, but this is the only way I know. Okay, this is exactly what we are seeing play out right now with the young lady who is actually trying to educate her family members and telling them the struggles of black people, the struggles of black Americans in America, the things that they have gone through, the things they are going through, which a lot of them do not even want to understand. That's the problem. I have noticed that from most of the clips that we watch, I've noticed that a lot of these people don't even want to believe there is something called racism. They don't want to believe that is a thing. They don't even want to believe that they are part of the problem or part of the people making these people go through what they are going through. They don't want to. Even when their children kind of catch the rema and try to distribute it around, some of them will still tell you that nothing as such exists. They are humans like us. We are all equal. Nothing like that has ever happened. We have never preached it. We have never liked it. But still, you support policies. You support things that hurt these people. Even when they cry about, equality. How equality doesn't exist among black and white. Some people will tell you that's not a true thing, that equality is already there. But forgetting the fact that it's on paper doesn't mean that it is real. It's on paper doesn't mean that because you enjoy it does not mean every other person actually enjoy it. And this lady went to tell them face to face before actually going no contact with them. I know how hard it could be, trying to go no contact with family members. It could be very hard because these are the people you have known all your life. These are the people you grew up with. This is people that took care of you, which, of course, some people will say your parents have it's their responsibility to take care of you. Yeah, nobody forced them to bring you into this world. But these are the people that you actually knew when you were growing up. So it's so hard to actually break up every form of communication with them. It can be really hard, but trying so hard to educate them, to make them understand that what is wrong. Still, a lot of them argue that there's nothing like that. It's one thing that actually breaks people's hearts, especially when you have seen the truth. I don't know if you have actually been in a dark place, like there is outbreak or there's no light. Okay, you have been in a place where there was no light, no electricity, there was power outage, and you were actually in this dark for a very long time, and all of a sudden the light shone and it came, like the light just came back. You can see how happy you will be. You'll be able to see a lot of things. Maybe be looking for something all this while. Immediately the light is shone on it, you're able to see. That's exactly what it is. How it feels to know the truth. Okay, when you have been living in a life a very long time, eventually when you get to know the truth, it breaks your heart when people try to make it look like the truth doesn't even exist, or the truth that you're saying or you're seeing is not something you should be seeing. Is that you're speaking from a place of emotion or something. Now take a look at the young lady who was talking about how she didn't know that she was part of the problem. She didn't know her best friend actually went through tough time because of her. And to her, she said she didn't even know that what she was exhibiting at the time, because she was a child, was racism. She didn't know, according to what she told us. So when I tell you guys that some of these people actually were brought up like this, that's exactly what we're seeing play out. A lot of them were brought up like this. A lot of them didn't know. Okay, a lot of them were just, there's this particular lady, Kelly something, I've forgotten her name on TikTok. I usually follow her. So she's trying to deconstruct from racism and the whole whitewashing that had been done to her as a white girl. And she was sharing her story. And she always talk about, how they were growing up, the things that they impacted in them, the things they told them about people that looks like myself. I watched a video today where a young woman parked along the street, and this young white man came to her and told her that, why are you parking here? Do you live around here? We have actually had issues of theft or something. He was just literally saying so many things, and the woman was just recording. The woman kept quiet until he finished, and the woman said, is it because I'm black that you came to me? This place is not I'm not staying in your driveway. This place is actually a place for parking. People are literally, in fact, there were cars parked behind and cars parked in front. It was a street. So she came to see her, one of her patients. She's a healthcare worker. And she had to educate this young man. And the guy was like, I'm so sorry. I don't want this to be a race thing. And she was like, that's the only reason why you're speaking like this is because I'm on camera, I'm recording. That's why you're trying to apologize and say, please, can you give me 1 minute to talk to you? I want to apologize for, I shouldn't have done this. And it just because the lady had already said, if you don't go out from here this minute, I'm going to call the cops. And if you had issue where I'm parked, why did you call the cops? If not that, they know the truth, they know. He knew that where she is parked has no issue because there were other cars parked behind and in front of her. Why must it be her that you're coming to meet, if not because you want to play the race card? But some of them will tell you that they're not playing the race card. But at the end of the day, if you look at it, that's exactly what they're doing. Anyway, guys, let me end it here. Let me know what you all think in the comment section of this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop your own take in the comment. And I'll see you all on my next. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you all on my next video.